Behind the Shades.
As you're saying that you want to be able to rewrite your own story, make sure you don't give that pen to anyone else, and only you should hold it. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned before, is people wanted to take the pen from me, and what that means to me is I was born with something called cerebral palsy. I know I covered it, so I won't cover the whole story again. But I was told as an infant that I would never ever be able to walk, and the doctor told my mom this, and it would be a good idea to get me in a wheelchair because that was going to be my life going forward. I had an amazing mom. That wasn't my story. I was able to walk between age 2 and 3, but throughout that process, I was very limited on my physical abilities at the time. So I did get bullied quite a bit in school and in athletics, and it wasn't until junior high, middle school, where I just was fed up with that feeling of being angry and sad all the time. I knew those weren't my go-to emotions, but I didn't know how to change it. So I thought, what if I focused in on a goal? And the time I loved baseball, so I focused in on playing baseball, and that just kind of changed my life because I started to realize, man, if you can put in the work, if you can just focus in on something and not listen to all that outside noise, there is so much you can get accomplished. And so it's all about your mindset. It's all about what you're thinking about. That's what your reality is. If you're thinking negative things are gonna happen. If you think positive thoughts, positive things are gonna happen. So it's all up to us to find our way. And that's why I talk about the pen in your hand, because it's your choice. You can feed your mind on negativity, or you can feed your mind on positivity. Whatever way you want to go is the way you're going to live it. And that's what I do as a coach, is I help bring out that light, that positivity, because there's so much to be grateful for. Every single person has something to be grateful for, and that's what it's all about. And that's what I do in my speeches, and that's my message to the day I die, that gratitude is the way to go.
And I wonder how many people, considering everything that we've gone through, right, in the last 2 years, 3 years with lockdowns, unable to see family, some of the things that you mentioned that keep us so close, so passionate to each other. I wonder how many of them have decided, I'm a little bit tired in writing my own story. It's exhausting. It's overbearing. It's overwhelming. I feel burned out. I just don't know what to do. And then here comes Paul with this fire, with this passion. What do you tell those who are struggling, not because of necessarily something they always had in their life, just because the world has changed so much in the last few years?
Well, the first thing that I do is give empathy, right? I think that a lot of times we feel like we're supposed to say, buck up and get it through it. You know what? No, no. Let's give some empathy. I have not walked in your shoes. You have not walked in my shoes. So let's give a little bit of empathy of what people are going through. And I feel like if you get through them with empathy, they can see that you care. And at that point, they go, okay, Paul cares. Let's see what he knows about this subject. And at that point, then I can bring in the pieces that will help them. And that is it. There's, like I spoke about, there is always, even in the darkest times, there's always something that you can look forward to. There is some sort of gratitude. And that gratitude, if you're really having a rough go of it, could be you're at least breathing, right? There is something we can gravitate towards. Okay, I'm breathing. What else is good? And we start to think about it. And what happens by doing this, we start to program our mind to start looking for that positive. I've used this analogy. I don't know if I used it last time, but I'm going to use it again. When you're driving to work, you could get a flat tire, right? And a lot of people who would say to yourself, That's just my luck. I would get a flat tire. I would get a flat tire, and and now I have to deal with this hassle of it, right? Things like this always happen to me. Well, things always happen to you because you're looking for all that negative. If you change the way you look at things, then your mind will start to focus on all the positive things that could happen. It could just be as simple as something on your phone. You get free coffee, or it could be like a text from your family just saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about you." I mean, that alone is a great thing. I think if you're in a funk, or you're in some sort of bad situation, the easiest way to get out of it is help somebody else out. And one of the easiest ways to do it is just to send a simple text to somebody you haven't talked to in a few weeks, and just say, "Hey, how you doing? I've been thinking about you. I just wanted to reach out." I guarantee you that other person is going to feel flattered that you send them that text. And who knows, that person might have been having a bad day, and you might have changed their day by sending that text. One simple deed can change your outlook. It's just that simple. Sometimes we're just so consumed with ourselves, and once we start to look around at the universe, going, "Oh, there's other things out there. How can I serve? How can I help?" That is the best way to break you out of that funk.